What's going on, everyone? Knock, 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 knock. If we didn't know, we're back at it again. Tuesday, baby. I know y'all missed us. Hey, man, we're here in the building. Cristiano, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing, son? Wave your hands in the air where they can see them, huh? Wave your hands in there where they can see them. Hey, much love, much love. Wipe your feet on the rug. If you didn't know, this is Untied Laces every Tuesday, hitting you up, letting you know what's going on in the sports world. Everything sports, but hey, you never know where we gonna go next. You never know where the conversation gonna lead to. You never know which direction we're going. We're like a wave, baby. We'll start off big. We're in even bigger. Always dropping gems and jewels. Love to see y'all. Love everybody. Listen. Use this right here, man. That's all we need to do. Use this right here, man. Use this. Don't let nothing deter you. Focus. Stay fortified. Stay strong. It's gonna happen. Keep pushing. It's gonna happen because we get blessings from above. Blessing stations. We always, you know how when they walking, you know, back in the day when they're walking in the war and they step on the mine. And their whole life changed. That's how it is with the Most High, man. You keep stepping, and you're going to step on the gold mine. Not a mine, blow up mine, but a gold mine. Keep stepping, keep marching, keep moving forward, keep showing love. So wipe your feet on the rug. This is Untied Laces in your area, in your stereo, in your face, on your screen. Love y'all, man. Love y'all. Hey, shout out to the sponsors once again. Shout out to the sponsors. Pack Supermarket, best fried chicken in town, baby. If you ain't heard about it, it's Dirty Chicken. Get at it. Little Haiti on that thing, representing down there, Little Haiti. I don't know what you're talking about if you don't talk about Pack Supermarket. We talking about BibiKonnextion. BibiKonnextion. If you need your taxes, not only that, but you need to be educated as well as getting your taxes. Hit up BibiKonnextion if you didn't know. Wanna big up my special co-host, in the building before we begin. Miss Landa, huh? She's not new to this. She's true to this. Got so many degrees in sports. It'll make your head spin, huh? It'll make your head spin. Got a master's degree in international sports. I never heard that before till I met her. Don't mean that it ain't existed. Just mean that we had our heads in the ground. And she lifting it up. Big up to Miss Landa in the building. It's the Prince. He ain't new to this. He true to this. Born athlete, been there, done that, done so many things. Make you think twice on the things you haven't done. MIA, what's going on, man? Lupus, we in the building, man. How you doing? Hey, open up your doors, open up your windows, wipe your feet on the rug, though. It's all love. It's all love in the area, baby. So while my special guests come in, you want to see my background once again? Oh, okay. Yeah, you can look at it. Huh? Ooh, baby. I hope everyone has had a spectacular week because it is Tuesday again, man. All praise is due to the Most High. Listen, man, economically, you know, how you doing? Good evening, economically, man. We just trying to fight through this so-called recession was supposed to come so long ago, but we know that the dollar is so inflated, but at the same time, we got countries that are boycotting the dollar. The dollar was always big and major because the dollar was tied into oil. You have to pay with oil, buy the dollar. There was no other currency you can buy oil with. They were accepting the dollar. Now they Xing that out. People are going under. I'm talking about countries. China, Japan, big countries, man. They undermining the dollar and not using the dollar no more. They say they're tired of the dollar and they are boycotting the dollar as we speak right now. I'm talking about right now. It's a big deal. It is a huge deal. Boycotting the dollar like never before in waves, man. You know, they got a name for it as well. I think it's called the Rock. It's not the Rock, but the Rock, something like that. Sorry for not getting the specifics, but they got a name for everyone trying to come into the league of not paying or not using the dollar. The dollar is no more significant. It's a huge thing right now, man. And they say in June as well, man. Big news is in June. It's gonna be a middleman to us and the banks, and that middleman. It's a rumor now, but look out for it though. You know, you heard it here first, man. This middleman is the feds. It's the feds. It's a link between the feds. Okay, being that I'm into investments, when you try to link your bank account to a market, right? Whether it be you know, the markets they trade on, whether it be the forex or the crypto or the stock market, when you try to link that bank account, it's something in between that filters that transactions. Most of the time it's played. It's called played, PLAD. It filters that, so it has to go through the played and then go through your bank account and vice versa coming through. So for now, instead of you having a credit card and you going to the bank and you just punch in your credit card, nothing in between that transaction. Now every transaction, whether it be the supermarket, the restaurant, I mean, you name it, it's going to be a filter in between. That's the feds, and the feds can stop your money whenever they want to. The feds can stop. Man, listen, the feds are powerful, man. If you don't know about the feds, man, is the enforcer of, you know, the United States. Yeah, you got secret society, secret like CIA, you know, you got them like that. But when you talk about when the feds come in town, shutting everything down, man. You know, feds tell the police move out the damn way. Go, listen, this is my jurisdiction. Get the hell out. You know, and police tuck their tail in and move fast when the feds come in. You know what I'm saying? Even in legal systems and courts, feds is a big deal. Very thorough. They don't play no games. When feds come in, that's because they have evidence. Feds don't just come in to come in. The feds, when you see a man, the feds is who arrests famous people. It's the feds, not those police officer now. You know, it's tied into criminal activity. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And also the feds is in control. Is a spokesman for the money. The feds are in control of the money. You know what I'm saying? It's the feds that's in control of the money. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the chairman of the feds, he the one to speak about economy. When Powell come and speak, he the only one can speak about the money. You know what I'm saying? And remember when printing money, that was Powell. He was printing money, the chairman of the feds. All right. You know, some people heard of him at like Black Panther Party. It was the feds coming to town, man, shutting everything down. Feds telling the police, look, y'all, they shooting back. Y'all shooting. Y'all ain't accomplishing nothing. They shooting back. Y'all shooting. We gonna put an end to that, man. Now let's go into conspiracy to get rid of them. We going in deeper inside, involved into the group. We getting involved into them. You understand what I'm saying? Not just shooting and arresting. Nah, we gonna creep inside and penetrate them from the inside out. That's how all, you know what I'm saying, you name it, from Martin Luther King to Malcolm X to all feds get into town, man. They mess up everything, or in their case, they clean up everything. But yo, I just want to speak about the economy. That's enough of me chit-chatting and ratting. I said ratting, that sound bad. Chit-chatting, I just wanted to rhyme. But chit-chatting. Oh, but listen, stay tuned for it, man. Stay tuned for it. You know, it's a rumor for now, but stay tuned for it in June. Let's see, man. You know, Armageddon, man. Hey, let me slow the brakes, man, because I don't want to get into nothing, man, and have everybody, hey, you know, fearful like I'm the news, having everybody scared. Nah, man, we just living life. You know what I'm saying? So let's bring on our special guest, man. You know, let's get into it. Let's get into the conversation. I just want to give an introduction, and hopefully I did. Let's bring on our special co-host, man. Hey. Time, man. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, no. Technology is good when it works, though. It's good when it works. Let's see if it's working. Bang, 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 bang. I'm in the building.
What's up, brother? What's good,
What's
man?
going on,
What's good?
brother, man? How you doing? Love your intro.
Hey, man, you know, we here, man, always full of excitement, man. We just gotta always come in with a bang, you know? That's how I'm feeling.
That's
always,
right.
Man. No matter what the day brings. It's rainy
Definitely.
outside, but, you know, walk around like it's sunny, you hear me?
For about 2 days straight, man, over my side.
Yeah, it's been real rainy, man, straight, man, over here on this side. But you know what, man? Still feel like a sunny day to me, man.
Yeah, you know, I think they say like April showers, April flowers, something like that, man. I don't know what
they go, man.
Huh?
Hey, the hustle don't stop.
Yeah.
Rain, snow, whatever it is, bring it on. You still gotta wake up, go grind, and hustle, and make things happen. Point blank, period.
Definitely. How was your week, though?
Oh, my my week was it was pretty good, man. Pretty good. I can't complain not one bit, my brother. Just grinding and getting this T-shirt. The pray more, say less. You know, as you can see, you know, pray more, say less. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Pray more, say less. You know what I'm saying? So
Nice.
just getting that in order, man. Just really lining things up and just looking over some things to put in order. Some trademarks I gotta file and stuff like that. You know how that goes. Yeah. Got to get some people in order, getting these, you know, got people that's really taking their business serious. So it's only right that I get everybody in order when it comes to the trademarking and stuff like that. So been going down.
It does not stop. It does not stop.
Hey, listen, like I tell people, I do not want to hear another black business tell me, a non-trademark black business tell me how somebody else stole their name. I don't want to hear no. That's played out. Like, if you're not trademark, you don't have a trademark, you ain't lock your name down, it is open, it's fair game. It is fair game, man. Until you go trademark it, you can go to sleep at night with a peace of mind. Until then, it is fair game for me to come in. Oh, I like that name, do my research, find out that you ain't trademarking, and if I can go ahead and prove that I'm using it and I can do it, hey, by all means, go for it.
Yeah.
By all means, go for it, but it's fair game. Yeah. Outside of that, but now there's people that been taking their stuff serious, so it's only popular.
Yeah, that's the good stuff, and yeah, they've been coming your way, so that's good. And for those who don't know, if you need to know about info, a 411 about trademarking, man, we did a whole
episode, man.
Yeah, we did a whole episode
just talking about trademarking. So
if you invest in YouTube, go check it out. You know what I'm saying? And lace yourself about trademarks, man. It's the Prince. Had laced us up real decent in the dark. You know, first he was driving. It looked like he was in a car wash, but he was driving. And, you know, he went in the dark, man. He got
but even through the dark, man, you got to bring the people to the light, man. You know, even through the dark, you bringing people to the light. It just the knowledge. You just got to know the knowledge about the game and the importance of it. I don't care what your homeboy say, anybody say, man. I had read a post. Dude say he spent about 80K on his business, and he got this beautiful logo. He spent 80K on the business, and I'm like, damn, he spent 80K, and not even a little bit of that went to lock down the trademarking to make sure that 80K was worth spending on that brand. So imagine spending 80K or whatever, you gonna spend money on flyer, advertisement, all this stuff, only to find out that somebody comes out the woodwork and be like, hey man, that's my business. Now you got to go back and rebrand and go back and come up with a new name. Hopefully it's the same, something similar, but it can't be too similar because the person finna tell you, you know, you can't use it because I feel like you're infringing. Yeah, it gets ugly when you slipping. When you slipping, it gets ugly. But when you got your grip on your stuff, man, you're all right out here, man. You can do whatever you want. You can sleep in peace at night. When I go to sleep at night, see this right here? I sleep peacefully.
Wake up.
Hey, they can say what they want. I'm laying in my bed in peace, bro, because I know that is mine.
Lamb, what's
up, man? What's good, my guys?
What's going on? How you feeling? How you doing? How's your week? Well, talk to us.
I'm feeling good. It's a little rainy, windy, cold outside.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything.
Not, right? So, no, life is good, man. Everything is just moving in. I don't want to say slow motion, but moving in motion, but slow enough that I can still that I still have grip on it. So I'm super excited for everything that's to come, everything that's in the works, everything that's in the process. If you have a business, make sure you go out there and trademark it. It is super duper important. You don't want to be mad at the end of the day that somebody comes and take all the hard work that you have put in.
Man, listen, I would hate, I know for my family members, I haven't, informed them, and majority, you interviewed a perfect individual, Jeff, private things, before any releases and anything of that nature, a visit was paid, you get what I'm saying? And documents were filed to make sure that that was locked down, that now you can go full throttle, do what you do, you get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, these are these are the levels. Like when somebody giving you knowledge, you take the information and then you react on the information. You don't just take it in and be sitting back and be like thinking it's just something that's made up. Like you hear the information. If you are confused about something, hey, reach out to Jeff, reach out to Land. They're gonna redirect you and say, hey man, go to Prince right quick. He got the answer for you, and let him educate you on it. If you scared, I don't know. Like I said, I can't speak for all black people, but I don't know if sometimes people don't want to come at you directly and ask these questions, or they're afraid. I don't know. But whatever it is, man, y'all gotta break that habit and really reach out to people and try to figure out answers, man.
I just think that a lot of people are just so we're just not knowledgeable about the subject. So a lot of the times when people aren't knowledgeable, they are afraid to take that leap, or they don't understand. It was funny because I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and I was telling them like, nah, the most important part is the trademark, and they're like, nah, it's just the LLC. I could do the LLC, and as long as I could prove that I'm doing the business and da 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 da. And I said, okay, because they got very defensive about it. So I said, okay, cool. If that's the way that you think, maybe you went to YouTube or you went to Instagram or whatever the case may be, I'm okay with that. And I'm not going to force you. I told you what it is. And hopefully you don't have to learn the hard way. And that when you do finally wake up, if you even wake up, because a lot of people don't want to do that. And then it's the stigma too, that it's so expensive to do a trademark. But isn't it not more expensive to go out there and put things on a brand, on a shirt, on a billboard, on flyers? You spend thousands of dollars. But now it's worthless if somebody else goes and trademark it and do all the process that you thought was too expensive. And now here you've spent, how much we said, 80,000. So now you went and spent 80,000 when you could have easily got everything done for 2,000-3,000 up in that range. Let's just say $2,000 to $5,000 that you got everything situated. Yeah. Now it's yours and it's yours forever. So that $80,000 investment is safe and ready to go.
Yeah. But you got to let people, at the end of the day, hey man, you let people get mad and do what they do. I just, for me, whenever there's a conversation about that, if I have time, I'll break it down for them a little bit. And if you want to take the steps to make sure that you want to go for it, then let's go at it. But I'm not, once again, like I tell people, I'm not here to convince you about nothing. Yep. This is what it is. Yep. The white folks know that's what it is. Like, no matter what we say or how you feel, remember, this is not an emotional decision. This is like factual things you have to do. Yep. There's nothing emotional about this decision. So it's not like if you get mad today and decide not to do it, it's only going to affect you at the end of the day. Or you get happy today and decide you ain't going to do it. It's only going to affect you and your business or whatever you building at the end of the day. So this is not something that's emotional. This is stuff that needs to be done regardless of how you feel. You get what I'm saying? So
and you know what's funny though? So in this conversation with the person, I said, so a trademark wasn't as important as I'm telling you it is, right? So then why is McDonald's trademark? Why is Adidas or Nike trademark, right? Because if it was just an LLC that all you needed, then they would just have just an LLC. Right. No. So why, wasn't it Bathing 8 or something like that? They had a shoe that was very similar to Nike, but they had the star with the check, and then Nike said, look, this looks like the Air Force One. Think you infringing on my
once again, like, Nike hit a couple people with I remember there was another black brand that was mad at Nike recently. And there was, Nike coming at me because I'm black. Nah, dog. Nike is coming at you because your shoe is jocking their shoe. You get what I'm saying? All you did was just switch colors and switch a little symbol. But the whole design, Nike went and patented the whole design to where you cannot use that design no more. So for anybody down the line that plans on like, Nike do it this, so I'm going to do mine this, Nike is coming. And it ain't because you're black. It's because you're jocking the design that they have patent, and you cannot do that.
So you got to follow. You got to follow the money, man. You got to follow what they do.
Let me say this, right? I think the corporations are drilled more down as far as educational route, right? A lot of people know about the corporations more so the trademarks, and it's not nothing new. The trademark is nothing new. However, I believe that it is more pushed down the throats of the people, more books, more education on the LLCs So, you know, now when we're talking about trademarks or anybody bring up trademarks, people think it's less significant than the LLC. But I
Right.
do want to say that both are they're in their own lane. They hold importance in their own lane, right? And I think it's for the individual. When the individual starts, if you have a consultant or any
Right.
consultant mind frame, you think about, hey, Prince, hey, Miss Landa, what am I going to start with first, right? Am I going to start the trademark first and then go into the LLC, or am I going to do the LLC and then the trademark? Or if I have enough money, I'll do both of them at the same time and don't move forward to either or are complete or in the races, right? But at the end of the day, I do want to say they're both on their own lane. Listen, everything is an if. If you start with it, if you don't get trademarked, somebody may just come and take it, and you may have put so much money in this brand if especially you have clothing, if just you have cards, especially you have anything that's representing your brand, and now you can't use that anymore, so that money is gone. And the other hand is the LLC. You can get sued if you're not within a corporation. If you're a sole proprietor, you get sued, and that puts you back and takes a whole lot of money for. So both can take a whole lot of money from you, either or. So I think at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we're not saying one is more significant than the other. We're saying as an individual, you got to make that decision. What do you want? Do you want to go with this first, that first, or go both? We are saying, I believe we're saying that you should go for both altogether and don't put one above the other. However, people do put one above the other because maybe their means of you know, economically, they don't have the means to do so, or they may just have a lack of education, right? At the end of the day, you have to make that decision. They both are important because I don't want to get sued, my goodness. And I don't want to invest so much that I have to renege on my investment because somebody else had a trademark and I didn't, and it hurt me emotionally as well. So at the end of the day, I know I'm talking a lot, but we have to make that decision on what we want to pursue first, second, third, or all together. They both are important. All right.
Yeah. The
But
idea, I think, like, lock down the idea. The idea is what's like, once you have the idea that comes up and you like, this is what it's going to be. You find out, is it available? If it's available, you attack it. You get what I'm saying? Because you always got to remember, like I tell people, your LLC could be named whatever you want it to be. You get what I'm saying? But the trademark could be something totally different. That's a whole different brand within itself. So your LLC could hold on to this brand under its umbrella. And that's what the Walmarts are doing. That's what the Targets are doing. That's what Nike is doing. Nike is with Jordan, and they like, that's a brand under them. Everything is being branded under each other. You get what I'm saying? So people got to understand, like, even if you go over here and you like, oh, it doesn't say Walmart, cool, it don't have to say Walmart, but that's a Walmart brand. You get what I'm saying? So everybody just got to understand, like, your LLC, if you dying, and to me, when we speak about, like, are you going for the LLC first or the trademark? Now, if you're an individual, you like, man, I want my trademark to be my business name. Boy, you better go for everything you know. You get what I'm saying? All at one time. Your intent to use, if you're not in the marketplace, your intent to use, you can file for it that way. However, you still down the line got to show proof of something. Or you're going for, or you're going to lock the LLC down and just make sure you continue to check to make sure ain't nobody taking the name of your company, you know, in a whole nother state by the trademark. It doesn't have to be spelled the same, but it sounds exactly the same. You're getting rejected. Straight up. So
I think it's a good segue for current events that happened, which one of them was this right here, right? And that, you know what, that's actually, it could have been anybody, right? But I think John Cena really brought it to the map. And so this week or last week, Angel Reese used that. Listen, they didn't like that. They didn't like that, man. I think.
But when you say John, man, that's a Tony Yayo move, buddy.
Is it? I think
that Tony Yayo and 50 Cent, man.
You hear me?
So,
but again, it's all about who branded it better. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, talking about that, man, they didn't like that she did that, and
No,
they didn't like that
like she
was
did it
on her
because
when
one,
she
she
did
was
that.
a woman, and two, she, you know what I'm saying? One, she a woman. and two, she black. That's just it. But the woman first, because if it was a man that did it, it wouldn't have been a problem.
I think, hey man, you know, what's her name? Caitlin. She did it first. It was okay. It was love. It was competitive. It
Double
was
standards, man.
Yes, it was awesome. It was great to see. But you know, when the tables turn, is a problem. It's, oh my God, sportsmanship.
Right.
How can she do this? It's beneath, like, the level of play. Like,
right.
Nah. Eat that. This is competitive. Yeah. Y'all know what time it is, man. Listen, you cannot train an athlete to seek and destroy. And then when they are seeking and destroying and showing no love on that court, you go, oh my God, where do that come from? Yeah, that comes from being coached that way. That come from being fed that on a consistent basis, that, man, you won't settle for nothing. You compete. Now when a person is competing, you are too competitive. Where that come from?
It's only too competitive when it comes from us, right? Yeah. Everything we do is under a microscope. No matter what we do, how we say it, how we do it. They love us when they can use us, right? Yeah. So they love us how we come, when we used to come dressed up a certain way to the games, and when we wear cornrows and this and that. So they love us then, right? They love us when they could be profitable on us, right? But then they don't love us when we're winning and doing things that they quote unquote don't agree with, when it's our skin color that does it, right? So I ain't see nothing wrong with it. I'm glad she did it.
Of course not.
I see two people competing. I see.
Hey, the better woman won.
To add some icing on the cake, you had the first lady, you know. And again, you know, I'm asking you, my special wonderful co-host, you know, our opinion on just the first lady trying to invite the runner-ups and the champions when it's never happened before. My question is this, who?
That's a slap to the face.
Losers. Hold on,
wait. Sit at the crib.
Yeah, that's disrespect.
Wait. My question is this. My question. I'm gonna love the takeoff. I love the takeoff. My question is this. My question is this though. Did she sincerely feel that, okay, it's a good game, let's invite both, and she didn't think about, hey, that's never done before? Or was it, you know, maybe a race card, or maybe it's, you know, she's like, hey, I didn't like they lost, let's bring them on, you know, I didn't like this black girl beating this white. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Do that to somebody else. Don't do it this year. Do it next year. Let that be implemented next year.
Yeah, man.
And before the two teams come and meet and play, and I wouldn't care if it's two black teams, two white teams, white against black. I wouldn't care about it. Implement that next year. Losers sit at home. That's just how it's been. That's winner's circle only. Period. Nobody else is invited. You didn't win. Move on. Period. She was crazy for thinking that. When I heard that, I said, "Oh my God, this." You just.
Listen. Like, oh, first lady or not, she done bumped her head
on everything.
You hear me? Like, that's the most. Hey, man, that is Listen, that is outrageous, man. When I heard that, I was like, man, what in the man? I say, look, man, she better not cost her husband some votes, man. You know, with that crazy talk that she's talking. We all know, just like they want us to study history, she must go study her history on the game. The winners make it to the White House. Not everybody gets a trophy. That's not the way the game goes, all right? There is winners and there's losers when you play sports. To all the kids at home, everybody doesn't get a trophy. You have to win to get the trophy. If you ain't first, you're last. Ricky Bobby.
Let me ask you this.
Shake it bake, baby. Shake it bake.
Let me ask you this. Hold on. Let's talk. Let's talk, people. Let's talk. All right? Is it more controversial in the political world or the sports world? I feel like you in the political world, why you had to jump over and cross over with all the emotions that sports bring? Why you had to jump over there? You see what I'm saying? So why you couldn't stay in the political world? My question is this. Is it more controversy in the political world if you say something messed up? Or is it more controversy in the sports world if you say something? Please, everybody in the chat, I want to hear you too. Talk to me, people.
And go both ways. it all comes out. It all depends on, in the political world, of course, everybody got to play perfect. You know, everybody moves like a robot and says try to say the right thing at the right time, knowing there's a different agenda. So at the end of the day, politics, we know that for me personally, I don't trust politicians. I kick it with them, you know, but I don't take their words solid. I'm just being real, having run into some politicians myself and knowing
money
that
talks, right?
the way they move real funny. So at the end of the day, you just take it for what it is. As long as you come in with the mindset that this is funny business, that is a certain thing that's gonna have to happen. As long as you come in with that mindset, but if you take it word for word what these politicians are giving you, boy, you in trouble. You're always they're gonna fail you every single time. So at the end of the day, man, don't come in thinking politicians is gonna save the world. No, they ain't, man. And it's just like I always tell people from the neighborhood, you want your neighborhood to be clean, people, y'all gotta come together and do it. If you're waiting for the politicians to come down from their office to come through the neighborhood and clean it up, you got a problem. It ain't happening. You got to start doing the work. And as far as the sport and the course, everything is, every time we do it is a problem. When they do it, it's okay. When we do it, oh my God, how dare he talk like this? How dare he come out and come out his mouth that way? But when they do it, it's like, yay, he's competitive, it's beautiful, we love it. And like, it just...
What do they usually say? So they'll say he's assertive,
right?
But we're aggressive,
right?
He's a competitor, but we're aggressive.
Yeah, they always put the aggressive
like
on us. Now they gonna throw.
Yeah,
hey,
definitely gonna always.
As soon as you express yourself, boy, they throw the aggressive. Oh my God, he's
yeah.
Let me tell you how you feel, and you know, don't tell me how I feel, because I know how I feel in this moment. But you know, people tend to try to tell you, they're gonna look you in the face and say, Jeff, this the way you felt at this moment. That's the way they observe you. But to you, this might be normal activity. It's like inviting your friend to your Haitian household and they hear your mom talking loud. That's just the way they talk, right?
Yep.
They might be like, oh my God, boy, them Zoes crazy over there. But that's the tone in the household. That's regular tone. That's nothing. But you might think mom is aggressive and she was upset. But everything she was saying to her kid, if you don't know, was great information and just having a regular conversation. But from the outside looking in, you're like, damn, boy, they're aggressive. So that's how I see it in the sports world. In that method, like when we say certain things with a straight face, it's like, oh my God, he's being so aggressive, and we can't. The guy just, I don't know why he said it that way, but man, they did stop that mess, man. Stop playing perfect, man. Stop playing perfect. Stop playing perfect.
Piggyback on something you said, like if you want the politicians to do something that you got to go and do it yourself, what you really need to know is that you need to learn how to speak the language. Because see, they're not going to listen to you if you're not speaking the same language, and if they don't fear you, like, right? So if you don't say certain things like, hey, I have a lawyer, or we have representatives, or the county, and all these different things, because things can get done if you keep going to the politicians. But you have to know the language, and you need to know who you need to go to in order to get things done.
Yeah,
so it can't
numbers.
Be done. Like it's a and it doesn't even have to be in numbers. It's just like you need, and it's like when you're doing like let's say applying for a job, right? The wording on your resume matters because it's clickbait. So when I'm reading these reports or anything, it has to say, okay, so let's say you're looking for a cashier job, right? If you put customer service as the title, guess what? When I'm looking for like specifically for certain words. And when I don't see those words, I click and go. So you need to learn the language in order to be in the room with those folks. Because when you don't know the language, they already know that they got a one up on you. So they're going to give you the running around. Hey, can you call this person? Hey, can you call this person? Funny thing, I had just dealt with that with like a zoning thing, right? And so when I spoke to one of the zoning people, they said, and it just so happened I actually knew the lady. I saw them in the neighborhood, but she was like, hey, you have to say these specific words in order to get somebody to respond. Because if you don't, they're going to run you around. Like same thing, somebody said, okay, it's the same thing for business grants. It's the same scholarships, anything. You need to know the language. If you don't know the language, you already the door is already closed for you. So you definitely need to know the language, or it just takes a couple of seconds to research some things. When you write in those letters, have those keywords in there. Your subject should say certain things so you can grab the attention of the right people that you need to, talk to.
Very important. Very important. I mean, they even have dictionaries too, just like in law, it's the Black Laws Dictionary. It's a whole nother language, a whole nother dictionary, because it's a whole nother language. And I agree. You got to talk the language of the people. Like it's a cliche, right? You got to talk the language of the people, black. For us, African Americans, it's Ebonics. It's a cursing out. I got to curse you out. That's the only language you understand. See, so that's the language. So every system has a lingo, has a language, especially, that we know that too. We've been to college. So, yeah, we know that, man. So I definitely agree. We need to learn the lingo or get with somebody who does know the lingo.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when you want to get things done. But as far as like double standards, man, we're going to have that no matter what. People don't like to take accountability. So instead of taking accountability like, hey, I'm wrong when I do this, they're going to say, well, she did it. He did it, so she can do what I can do.
You know what?
Or he did it.
You know what, man?
So
I agree. But everybody who does it, whether we're talking about race, whether we're talking about gender, it brings about different results. Point blank. Yep. Let's talk. If we talk about man and women, if you do the same thing I do, Land, one of us gonna have different results. You know what I'm saying? If I walk with my shirt off, I'm gonna have different results than if you walk with your shirt off. You see what I'm saying? So it's always gonna be a double standards in life. That's just how the world moves.
Just gotta know how to operate, and you just gotta know, like, don't let things. Sir, just be yourself at the end of the day. And like I said, it doesn't matter what we do. We can do it from A to Z the correct way. Walk the straight line, right? Does not matter. We're going to always be judged for how we do things, for how we talk, for how we walk, for whatever. Now, there are some instances where I tell people, hey, listen, be careful with the things that you do, because we are under the spotlight, right? So we do have to hold ourselves more accountable. We do have to walk a straight line. We do have to, watch how we say things and do things. But when it comes to sports, if you're a woman out there, play like a man, like as they say, right? Play as a man. You want to show that emotion? Show that emotion. You want to dunk on somebody? Dunk on somebody. You want to run and chest bump somebody? Go ahead and do that. It's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, I don't feel like she did anything wrong. They mad? Oh, well, guess what? She backed it up. That's all. She talked that talk. She backed it up. It's just that simple. Let me see what somebody said. Yeah, it definitely is hard for women. There are a lot of double standards. There are a lot of things that we just as women can't get away with, that it's more acceptable for men to do than it is for women. But I also say, like, a lot of those things also stem from people just not holding themselves accountable, right? It's okay when a man shows like aggression on a football field or on the basketball court, but it's not okay for a woman. She needs to be a lady. But then you want her to play as hard as a man. So make it make sense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense. But like I said, it's gonna always be a double standard. And I think some of that is just accountability for some people. It's like, just don't want to be real. Like, this person is just better. Hey, I don't mind. Like I said, I don't mind her doing what she did. Unfortunately, as when it comes to race, it's gonna always be something else. And once we get over that, hell with whoever mad, like I say.
Right.
I just think people need to stop turning their cheeks and just keep it real.
That's what I was saying.
We do it better. It's okay. And,
that's a fact.
They just gotta live with that. Something that they just gotta take. It's not our fault. We just do certain things just better.
I ain't told you we do everything better. We do everything better.
Once we get a hold of the sport, it's a possibility that
it's a wrap.
It's gonna get invaded. And once we invade the sport, the takeover is coming. That's just something that they have to understand, and it's cool. It's cool. Listen,
but maybe a lot of times the black person maybe invented that sport. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You never know.
Like hockey.
Maybe we did that. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
Hockey. We black people invented hockey. and I learned that
You see what
recently.
I'm saying?
You know, it was invented like back in Canada, and the first people that was playing hockey was black people. You get what I'm saying? You didn't see not one white person in there.
Yeah.
It was black people that invented hockey, and then you don't even hear about black people inventing hockey. All you hear, you see the white players and everything like that, but you don't even hear the history about it because it's so well hidden. It's like, hey, don't let them know about this part of history, you know? And it's part of history, but you just got to do your research, you know? And shout out to social media sometimes that will expose certain things to you right in
Agreed.
front of your face. And now you
Agreed.
got to go do your research and make sure what they're saying is the real. And when you find out that it's real, hey man, all you can do is take your hat off and respect it and learn the history of it. Because at the end of the day, they are going to tell you what they want to tell you. And you have to crack open them books for you to understand and learn what you want to learn, you know?
Yeah. Like somebody said, sleep in that library, man.
For sure.
Hey, you gotta be in that library.
I know we all done it. Hey, so BibiKonnextion want to come up. Listen, man. Listen, you come up, you got 5 minutes of fame. Listen, I'm finna hold on. What my hourglass? I got. Oh yeah. Listen, you got 5 minutes of fame, man. We ain't playing no games.
She got all the time.
Listen, we ain't finna be up here all
talking and accept her request. All that talking.
Let's go.
You might be sick. We're gonna see, but you got 5 minutes of fame, man. Hourglass rolling, man. Listen, hourglass rolling. I ain't playing no game. I just turned it over just then. I ain't playing no game, man. Huh? Oh, we love
BB, what's good?
Hourglass, man.
And your topic today is amazing. I want to first say hello to everyone and great job to you all as always. But what I wanted to chime in was a little bit too much for me to text because I was like, okay, I see the clicker thingy, whatever. But really quick, I want to piggyback off of what you guys were speaking as far as it being hard for women and politicians. I mean, I could tap into all of that, but primarily I was in tears this morning because I was watching the news. And there was a politician, don't quote me, I don't remember his name, but he really expressed himself. He was a congressman, and he expressed himself about transgender. He expressed himself about the whole LGBT community. I mean, he went in to the point where whoever is his paid publicist had to come back and say he apologized. No, dang it. What he said and how he said it, aggressive, like emotions were.
The guy that went up there like this here?
Say that again.
The guy that was up, like this in the White House or something.
No. This was a congressman up in Tallahassee.
It was one of.
He was black.
Yeah, but
more elder, and he spoke his mind on everything. He was speaking about. Let me just piggyback. He was speaking about how they're about to pass the bill to allow transgenders to use the same bathrooms as your kids. Like your daughter could be in the bathroom and the transgender male could go in there and use the same bathroom with them. So he really came out and he went in. You get what I'm saying? Really speak his mind. At the end of the day, he spoke his mind.
I don't understand.
I mean, to each his own. I'm big on you speak your opinion. I hold no judgment on no one.
Right.
It's the fact that I have a background in broadcasting and media, and I know the effects of it, sadly. And that's what a lot of politicians do get off on, as far as retaining their seats in our community, because we were talking about how we have to know the terms and what we need to say and do in order to get these fundings and these, avoid these liens and fines and all these repercussions to what the politics and governments have behind them. But at the end of the day, is how it was easily put away by a simple, I'm sorry.
Right.
A simple, and it didn't come from him, it came from a public statement. So the public statement is, okay, you apologize, so you get to keep your seat. But you literally just expressed how you feel. And whether you keep your seat or not is the fact that as a politician, you have that much power.
Right. They can say whatever the heck they want to say.
And they was simple, I'm sorry, but it went away. It so went away, he still kept his job. But I brought that up to say it's because I heard the whole conversation is us getting away with certain things. That don't only apply to, it also applies to us colored people.
Yeah, depending
If
on
we if
the
we're
position,
educated
right?
enough, if we're educated enough to know what to say and how to do, and maybe we do know what the repercussions are going to be after we say what we say, but we know how to get off on it.
True.
That may be
We're gonna see how it play out, because I think
Now,
it
I'm
could.
gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. When we talking about double standards, let's not be biased towards one side. There's double standards between one race and another. Blacks got they what they call it, they card they passes on stuff too that white people can't. We just
organizations like the NAACP. Sadly, those are the organizations that were put in place to protect us from these type of ordeals. You and I can speak on legal matters. We were just having this conversation this morning where we had to hire a lawyer, but we don't, we're not going to expose our whole situation. But Jeffrey sadly has more say with the lawyer than I do because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's across the board too. Yeah.
Yes, my husband knows what he's talking about. Yes, he knows everything, but he was like, okay, babe, you handle it. But when he heard the way that the man spoke to me, regardless of wherever the funds are coming from, we both own the business, or we both own the asset of what we're, in a legal matter for. But this lawyer felt like, okay, I'm going to disrespect the wife, but I'm a respect the husband. But woman had to say, you know what? Let me be humble about it and let me be wise about it. Because I could be reckless and go, you know what, babe, fire him. We don't want to talk about him. We don't want to do. I say, you know what, let me be smart. You take the lead. But at the end of the day, who's going to have the victory? We are. Right. Because we know he knows what he's doing. But because he's closed-minded, he obviously does not know enough to respect whether I'm a woman or a man. It's still going to, it needs to get done. Don't racial profile me or don't gender profile me because I'm a woman. But right. So I know my 5 minute of fame is up.
Nah, you got time. You got time.
Yeah, you still got a little something.
Moving fast enough. I think it's about 10-20 minutes though.
I honestly was just working on a few files. As you know, the deadline is coming up April 15th. So get your taxes in. Thanks for the promo, everyone, and all the love and support. But realistically, I heard what was going on and what the topic is, and I'm like, this is sad. There are so many situations. There's another guy who is on trial for murder right now, and some councilmen are pulled. I hear your little man. Hey, handsome. But some congressmen too for another cop who killed. I don't even want to quote what the case was, but he was sentenced to the chair, and a congressman or some political person halted the whole execution or the whole sentencing. Somebody help me remember, what was it, if you remember, Jasmine or Lan? I know hubby doesn't watch news, but it was a police officer who was recently sentenced to being sentenced in life or executed. He's a cop killer. He killed someone who's a white man.
He's a cop and he killed another cop?
No, I'm sorry.
No, it was something else that I saw too within that same field. It was, oh my God, it was this white guy that ended up killing the black guy, but he was so entwined with the politicians and the lawyers and everything that his trial was like completely stopped. There was things listen, when they went through the web of this guy, of how well connected he was with the politicians, with the congressmen, it was crazy that it just wasn't like a fair trial. Like,
but Lan,
this guy, he basically got off like scot-free because of all the people that he knew.
Lan, isn't it all about who you know though? It's about the networks and connection. It's about who you know.
But I think so when right is right and wrong is wrong, like, I'm sorry, but like, if I know that you killed someone, right is right and wrong is wrong. Now, yes, in connections, do we need them in order to advance in life? Yes, I agree with that. But in an expense of like, you not doing your time for a crime that you committed, I don't know how far I'm willing to go with that, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
You got their lawyer knowing and in line because they're doing their job, but they both face lying, knowing that this person did it, but their job is to lie and see who can lie the best. So,
So
you know,
if you're my lawyer, I could get that. But what I would have a problem with, let's just say I know the person. Let's say I know Governor DeSantis, right? Like I know him from a while back. And then we know that this happens all the time, right? He's not a lawyer, right? He's not in the judicial system, right? So he's not a lawyer. He's not a judge. And now I call him, do me a favor, like, hey, I know you know this guy. I get off on this crime that I committed. I killed 17 people. Now, I think now using who you know
as leverage.
Yeah, as leverage. I think it just depends. Like using, yeah, it is. We know that in this world, it is who you know, right? Who you know to get the job, who you know to get the business loan. But I'm okay with that, right? It's
Speaking
right.
of business loan, not to piggyback on that, they always tell you as a CTA, your best bet is always being friendly with your banker. But continue.
Oh, for sure. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's a good relationship to build. But I mean, to now knowingly, I don't know. That's
okay, let's go off into this conversation. Let's go off into the conversation, right? Let's go off into now. It's not all about money or breaking bread, right? Because listen, I do a favor for you, Prince. I do a favor for you, Land. I do a favor for you, BB. Guess what? Now you owe me a favor. It's not all about money. So when I'm in a jam, hey, Land, you owe me one. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Listen, that's how the world turns. Them billionaires and millionaires, they don't be breaking bread all the time when you see them on. They be making favor for a favor, man. And when they need that favor, they call you up. Hey, Prince, how you doing? What's up, man? Yeah, man, I know, man, remember that favor? And they may not come off like that. Remember my favor I did, but they be like, hey, man, I need
That's exactly how they gonna hit you. Hey, remember that time I got, because they want to remind you to let you know.
Owe me one.
Hey, you owe me one.
Man.
So I'm gonna tell you, but okay, and right is right and wrong is wrong. Like, if let's say I call you right now and Jeff like, yo, hey, my man, you owe me one. I'm about to go rob this bank. I need you.
Right.
I need you to get the chopper and shoot it up for me. You're gonna have to say, hey, Land, listen, my morals, my values, who I am as a person, that's something that I just can't do. I know I owe you one.
And tell me, okay, Land, I love your response, but the streets don't think like that. You see Jeff facing Jimmy. Do you see Jimmy and Jeff?
One, man.
No, but some people just don't say that's just out of my range.
That's like some, I got
a lawyer
that has my back.
You see how Prince got on his back?
Really want from you? Yeah, I'm gonna call my mom and say, yo, I'm about to rob the bank with my brother right quick.
Well, I'm just saying, though.
Yeah, and then I know Prince's son. So now I eat dinner at Prince's house. I chill with his son. Hey, you owe me one, Prince.
That's why I don't want no favors.
I know your
food. I don't want your
I know your black family, Prince.
I don't want nothing from you because I don't want to have to owe no favors later. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, but you know, so now it comes back to
no bad things.
Who you getting favors from? You get what I'm saying?
Jeopardy. You know what I'm saying?
Learn the energy. Learn the energy.
Not every favor is a good favor. You get what I'm saying? Not every favor is a good favor. Not every dollar is a good dollar. So at the end of the day, it may not be worth.
Not every paycheck's a good paycheck.
Paycheck's a good paycheck. Sometimes it's not worth to go to dinner, go sit at that table with that person. Sometimes it's just a phone call and, hey man, I see you when I see you. You get what I'm saying? It may not be a great idea to go across that table because you go across that table, it might be an awful boy that gonna look crazy to you, man. So at the end of the day, you just gotta analyze everything, man. You just gotta analyze everything. Like to me, I think this is full of games. This whole business stuff. This whole world is full of games. I don't care what nobody say. That's how I see it.
We're not gonna talk.
When I look at the world, I just be like, it just don't make sense. Like we could look at an individual over here that's really doing work, really getting the job done, and you say you won't fund that, but you see the job getting done. But you see a guy over here, you know all that money is about to go to administrative fees, and you say, yeah, that's the one I want to back up right there. You know, it just to me that's mind blowing because the obvious is here.
Let me tell you something.
The obvious is the obvious.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something you already know. People get emotionally, they trying to find someone who they can emotionally attach to. Listen, you do the job better than me, Prince. If they feeling me more than you, they gonna go with me even though I know nothing. You know it all. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get emotional connection. They trying to see who they can vibe with. Like Bibi said, feel the energy. Listen, I know nothing. But because I got good energy, I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to talk. I care about you. You know, listen, I was listening to the phone. I'm gonna say to be quiet. I listened on the phone. On this man was he was right in front of me, and the lady was, you know, when they talk on the phone, they go to telling their whole life. They're like, she's like, I'm gonna have surgery soon, and you know, and the man like, okay. So he's like, okay, that's about $300 what you're requesting, not the surgery, but something else she was calling for to talk about her life. And I'm like, me, I would have did it different. I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, you know. You think you're gonna pull through? But he was like, okay.
Now here's some
but you know what's
funny thing. Here's some funny though.
You have to be like that.
Hold on, here's some funny because let me tell you, like,
people will take advantage of you.
Not facts. Like, I'm gonna give you a prime example. Like, I ain't gonna lie. So, you know, you come across, like, you do a trademarking, and sometimes you get a case, right? You get a case where these lawyers jump on. All right. So now you get a challenge. You gotta go talk to the other person that challenged you. Their lawyer is present. Their lawyer want to talk. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, for me, when I get on the phone, I'm ice breaking like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm ice breaking. I'm asking about the weather. How is the weather over there at that location? Oh man, it's sunny over here. Hey John, what's going on?
Testing the temperature of the water.
I'm vibing. I'm over here. I'm breaking the ice. I want to let them know, hey man, you know, there's no tension over here. You get what I'm saying? I'm not coming at you on some we're right and you're wrong. I'm coming at you as I want you to feel how I'm coming, and you like, okay, this dude ain't, you know, he ain't coming crazy. So it just makes that lawyer on the other end kind of like simmer down. You get what I'm saying? And now that individual is willing to open up and, you know, talk about certain things, and we could find a middle ground where we could make things work, where your client could be good and my client over here could be good. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's just knowing and building. Yeah, you got to build rapport. It's building rapport. It's showing empathy here. Right. Oh man, hey, boy, like a guy crashed into me. He want to tell me about his life story. Great, man. You know, oh man, that's crazy, man. You know what, man? You got that insurance information? Cool, man. But hey, man, damn, I know you're going through a hard time right now. That is crazy. Me too. You know, I feel you. But that thing covered. Yeah, we on the popping, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, the business still got done. You get what I'm saying? So it's just being able to kind of open that door a little bit to show your human side, to show that you're not a machine and you're not just operating on yes, no, it's gonna be $400.
Right. You
damn.
You hear me? Come on, man. We have 3 more minutes, and I agree with what you're saying, Jim, but it's really more to that, because when you look at the gunman situation that happened last night, I should say, the guy who shot up the whole bank because he was about to lose your job, everyone that said they knew him, they said his energy was dope, he was a great person at heart, they never saw it coming from a mile away, or like, all of that is good and dandy. We could pick up all time, we could get to know you all day, but at the end of the day, your reaction is gonna be your reaction.
Facts. And one thing I'm gonna say, like, I think sometimes, like, we put certain things as human beings, right? We say, oh, that person will never do that. He's just such a great person. And at the end of the day, that's why for me, anytime I ever went through like an issue, or there was like certain things that showed up, for me, if I tell you I already knew it was coming, because I never put you would never do that to me. You get what I'm saying? I never put that standard on you. Because I think everybody's human, and you're going to have human reaction to certain things. And for me to say you'll never react like that would be crazy to me, because I don't know what really triggers you to get as far as you're going to get.
Well,
that individual.
I can say to you, Jasmine, that I've been following you since we were kids. And I can say I've seen a lot of your transitions in your life, especially when you came from the music industry. I remember when you were part of an organization called Cutthroat Records.
Yes, still here. You know, we still out here.
So when you were in partnership, and when it went, you know, split, all of that was on social media, but you always kept a positive aura. Like, you were like, yo, even in the midst of, you know, we splitting or the partnership is meant, is, you know, mashed or whatever, I'm still going full throttle. And you always kept that energy. So a lot of times, yes, you are in a situation and nobody expected what was going to turn, because that was day and night.
Right. I'm going to show you something like, and speak on that, right? So here's an honest conversation, because I never really, and this conversation is something that behind closed doors, but
you got to get a short version too.
All right, now here's the short version. I already knew the situation was finna go left field before it started.
Wow.
Right? And
intuition.
Because my what I was seeing was, I was seeing people that was against about the way I was moving and how I was moving, right? Because you had people hating anyways. You know, this Miami, people hating because you come out your shirt, you looking ripped, and people hate. DJs were hating, they want to play the music because you, oh boy, you on the cover with your shirt off. Yeah, so all these things were happening. So to see as the movement was happening, I'm seeing those same individuals start having to change their heart. So for me, in my mind, I'm already seeing it. And I remember sitting down with my nephew one day because he was there, and he say, oh boy, this thing moving, boy, this thing, hey, just like, boy, I know if Big T was out, boy, he'll love this. And I say, hey man, I say, hey, I got my popcorn and I'm watching this. It's gonna go left. But I'm watching it. I'm already predicting it's going left, bro. You get what I'm saying? And I have never ever said that in public, but I already seen it. You get what I'm saying? Because my conversation with people, the way I am, I'm a knowledgeable person. You come around me, I'm giving you knowledge. I'm watching the way you move. I'm watching how people operate. So I'm seeing all this in front of me. For me to play as if I don't see it, then that's a problem. I seen it, and I gave information, and I watched how people kind of like dealt with the information. And it was information to make you move a certain way, make you move better, or do whatever the case may be. And you decide like you're gonna continue to do different things. I just already knew. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, let's go for it. Let's aim. But I already knew destruction was coming because the mind wasn't right. You get what I'm saying?
It's 8 o'clock, guys, and I'm
all right. Hold on.
My time, so I gotta let you guys take over. But
yeah, get them taxes done, baby. Get them taxes done.
For real, the 15th is almost here. But honestly speaking, I think that topic that we just touched on, the last part as far as being intuitive, listening to yourself, opening your third eye, and following your instincts is imperative, because many of those who probably was around that killer, or many upcoming, God forbid, killers or lunatics in the streets, you not being intuitive with yourself and noticing red flags to like, yo, jump ship, or hey, like, this is not for me, you can avoid a lot of situations in your life and don't have to say, damn, why it had to be me, or why me. So I think the next, not telling you guys how to run it, but diving into the fact that now gun is legalized, people are killing people over money. It's about self-love now. It's about loving yourself and getting to learn you and know you in order to survive this madness that we got going on now.
Yeah, I think, and to be honest, baby, like, I'm for, I ain't gonna lie, look, I'm for guns. I'm gonna say live here, I'm not against
the whole topic, right?
Because it's not about the guns.
Because it's not about the weapon.
The people, though.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Okay,
so
that goes back to loving yourself and knowing
Yeah. Well put.
Understanding what your capabilities and abilities are. If you know you're not mentally stable,
right,
they put some perimeters in place, like who can get a gun and not, because this 25-year-old who was working with this company for what, 10 years?
That got to be out of this conversation.
It makes sense for you to be employed for 10 years if you're 25. Okay, so whatever the years he's been working for and got a pink slip, you shot up a whole bank, and the title of the news is he bought a legal weapon to shoot up the bank.
Of course, you know, I think for me, once again, these type of shooters, right? Let's just keep it 100. And I tell people this all the time. I don't care what gun laws they pass. They ain't finna stop the mass shootings. Cause why? Cause you can't predict who is finna be the person that's finna come up in there and finna shoot something up. So whether you have the guns legally on the streets or illegally, right? What's gonna happen is you see the citizens the people that's actually following the rules, their life is going to be in more danger, because the people that's not following the rules, that's in the streets getting these illegal guns and that, we're in trouble. All right. So I suggest, like, it's not the guns, because I could put a gun on the table right now, and if I don't go pick up that gun and go shoot anything up, guess what? Nothing happens. But as soon as I pick up that weapon and I step in the room and go do it, that's where the problem comes in. So
listen, we got to man, if I say one more thing, like we're gonna keep on going forever, man. So listen, that got to be for the next conversation.
Yes.
I think this conversation was just, double standards, man. You know what I'm saying? And that can go for the guns too.
Yeah.
It's double standards, man. But at the end of the day, we have to look at self. Yeah, it's a double standard world, but we got to look at self. What are you doing to impact your circle? What are you doing to get away from that double standard in your mind? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? What impact are you doing? So with that being said, right. Okay, so leave us with something. We don't have to combat each other right now because we're going.
Oh, no.
No, it's good. I love to do that. I love controversy. You know what I'm saying? But we'll be here forever. I know we will. I know it. You know what I'm saying? So leave us with something, everybody, before we bounce.
Okay. Like I say, look, let me tell y'all something, man. Just stay positive. Continue to just work on the great things that you're working on. Don't allow the social media, the hand claps, the likes to stop you from doing the great things that's impacting people around you, that's positivity affecting like people around you. Just make sure you just continue to do it, whether people seeing you doing it or not, because at the end of the day, there is somebody out there that value you, that is looking at you, that appreciate the so-called little things that you are doing that's bringing value to their life. So continue doing that.
Absolutely.
I'm checking out.
I'm the
All right. What you got, BB? What you got?
Last. Go ahead.
How you gonna go last, man? Listen, how you gonna go? You ain't gonna last. Going last. Like this is your first time on the show talking about you going last.
All right, we'll let our special guest go last. I will say, you just have to have a level of discernment, right? You need to be in tune with your spirituality, right? I know people believe in what they believe in, so I'll leave it at that. But at the end of the day, it's just go out there and be you, right? Be unapologetically you. Like, so whatever that looks like, and within range, right? I'm not saying go out there and just go and disrespect people or whatever the case may be, but just go out there and be you, do you. If you believe in what you believe in, go out there and do it. But just to piggyback off a lot of that, though, it's you just have to literally just be in tune with your intuition, because a lot of times we know that things are going a certain way, but we kind of like, we had that gut feeling and we just like, it might be our friends, it might be our family, so we want to give them a pass,
or relationship or business counterman. Just even hiring someone to work with you or for you. Don't ignore the red flags. Believe you, I've done that many times and I'm paying for it now.
For sure. I will tap into a little bit of the gun thing real quick. I don't think, with people with mental illness, I know that a lot of people know how to hide things, but I do believe that there are some people that just shouldn't be equipped with weapons, and we'll leave that for the next conversation. But I know that if it's me or you, it's gonna be you. So I'm ready. I got mine locked and loaded. So hey, I'm just saying, if it's me or them, I know the country we live in, unfortunately, right? It's all about money, the dollar. That could have been stopped a long time ago. I have been in other countries where citizens do not have weapons, and they live a perfect, I wouldn't say perfect, but without guns, they live a perfect life, right? You don't have to worry about somebody coming up to you and mugging you and shooting you with a gun, or you don't have to worry about going out to a nightclub and then everybody shooting you. So I do believe that there can be a society without guns. I've seen it. I've walked those streets. But what I'm saying is, since I live in America and they love them guns and it's in your amendment, I'm going to be ready for mine. That's when I live in Florida.
Who's about to get locked, rocked, ready to...
I I just got to be prepared.
Let
Me and mine.
I'll be meeting you at the gun range.
Let's go.
Facts. Let's get it.
I'm locked and loaded.
Hey,
So,
Okay, well,
hey, now we can set that up. We can definitely set a date and go to the
Nah,
gun range.
I want to
let's have
continue
fun.
this. I want to continue this for the next one. I think we could ride out for a full hour, if more. Yeah.
And we got to get Max on there.
Oh,
Max got it.
no, don't start nothing. Hey,
Look.
Don't start nothing, man.
We definitely need Max on there, bro.
He said $1,000 per bullet. Don't you know you could write it off, Max? That's
Wait,
all
Hey,
right
Max, that's people making their own bullets, man. People don't like.
Hey,
all right. Hey, love y'all.
This game done changed, man. This is a whole nother ball game.
We love y'all. We love y'all. Thank you for wiping your feet on the rug as you came. Listen, shout out to Max. Shout out to Jizzy Marley, Buffy, King Dez, everybody who's on this live. I can go on and on forever. BB Tax Connection, BB Tax Connection. Your needs, your taxes, get it done, get it in. It's the Prince, get the trademark going on and everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Say less, man. Let's go.
Shout out to Land who got everything going on, man. Listen, we love all y'all, man. Love y'all. Y'all have a great week. We love y'all. This is Untied Laces, where you don't know where the conversation gonna go, but it's gonna go where you don't want it to go. We gonna go there. All right. Love y'all, man.
Appreciate you.
Untied Laces.
See y'all Tuesday.
Every Tuesday. Till next time, y'all. Love. Follow us. Follow. You already know, man. Love, man. Y'all stay in peace. Love y'all.
Peace out. Love y'all. Have a good night.
Get off this thing.
Like this, yo.